Well, now that I'm apparently getting over my cold, Aaron's kind of getting over it. I just gotta say, Seattle, stop infecting everyone with your germs. Morning. It's clear skies.
And yet still dripping, because
everything is still wet and collecting water. I mean, things are still wet. It just dropped right in front of me, and I was like, yep, there's a tree up there. Of course there's a tree up there. But they're losing their leaves, so they're not going to be dripping as much, because during the winter when we get rain, we don't actually get drippy, because it hits the branches and then funnels down the trunk.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you got big ones that are hanging over, and then it'll drip down. Whatever. We got a lot of fog this morning, though. Low fog.
Yeah.
Sorry, high fog, low clouds. And I think the difference between high fog and low clouds is whether or not it's touching the treetops. I think that's really the distinction between that.
Yeah.
So like, you can kind of see that I don't know, camera's gonna do it, but you can kind of see how the fog it's up there at the top of the buildings, but it's not down here. It's not actually impeding visibility, except for the Sylvan Hill. That would do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't do anything on Monday with Willie because he woke up Sunday morning and went to go play flag football and beat his legs up even more without proper rest, even though he was telling me for proper rest. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Just because you're 25 does not necessarily mean that you're 18 anymore. Like, you're gonna have to get to realize that you are not healing as fast anymore. And he's like, well, it's still faster than you. And I was like, yes. I was like, you should really take a rest day and not go play flag football after you had an intense football practice the previous morning. Because on Monday, he came around the corner, and you know how at Mod they say like, door?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't, one of the cooks with their cart, because it's Benihana, so you know they have that giant cart full of stuff. He was coming around a corner and he didn't yell corner, so Willie had a big tub of dishes, and the cart and Willie's hip decided to try to become one. And so he's like, yeah, I was cramping all the rest of the day, and he was like limping, taking everything back. I'm like, that would do it. Had a drop go right down the back of my neck. Did it hit you too?
No, I got one on my eyebrow.
Well, you're underneath the awning, so you got a lot more.
Really?
All right. This morning is a chilly morning. Yeah, chilly morning, because there is no clouds up there. Yeah. And my fingers are telling me that's with the coffee. It's because if they're holding on to something, they're active, rather than just like idly holding on to the phone, which, whatever. Yeah. At least this way I have to like keep moving it. But yeah, so apparently, I didn't tell Aaron this one, or did I? I've been like between sick and after practice, but it just happened anyways, that there will probably be a midweek practice with the Cobras.
Yeah, you hadn't told me.
Okay. Well, probably because it's not going to be happening for a little while. Because, but it'll be like, so the tentative schedule was, okay, Saturday, we're going to the home field, and then we're going to start OTAs, and it's going to be 2 to 5 on Saturday. And I was like, yay, I get a real breakfast. And then he was
like, I get to sleep.
Then he said Wednesday from like 6:30 to dark. And I'm like thinking, Miguel, we haven't even hit daylight savings time yet. Like, it's 6:30, it is dark.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, I completely understand saying 6:30 dark in May, maybe even April, but right now, it's dark going to the gym.
Yeah, barely not dark when I go.
So he's probably going to be like, oh, I'm going to have to revise that. But he can't go too early because a lot of people work. In fact, it was already, like, Willie got the times confused because everyone was saying different things, and he thought it was like Wednesday 2 to 5. He's like, I can't make that. I'm like, it's not, but okay. And that's like super beneficial, because if all the tickets, because I saw that thing, if all the practices, they're like going to be the 3-hour ones are in the afternoon, that's great.
Yeah.
Because, holy crap.
We can sleep, we can get breakfast, we can film with consistent light.
We had consistent light before, because it didn't start till like 9, and you know, we are in Alaska. The sun's already up by then, but I'm just not sure how Woodland Middle School has for coverage of like the bleachers. So in case it wanes, you may not be able to film much. So how have you been? You feeling better with the sickiness?
Yeah, I'm still a little stuffy, a little coffee.
That's what I call the expurgation phase. It's when the thoughts have stopped being muddled.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm
just
still really distractible, but that, as I mentioned last night, it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, that's something else. I can only think that it's like you just don't have anything centralizing you. And it might be the fact that you did for so long, it was just thinking about work and the stress, and I got to do this on the work, and now you don't really have to worry about that, and it's just sort of like, what do I focus on now? Because you've been not very distractible when you've been doing things on WoW with your various characters. There've been hours on that.
Yeah, but I also haven't had TV yammering at me, and I have to stop when you start talking.
All right.
Yeah. Bye.